Boom, Uncle Man, this bitch. Shout out to Mellow Nation. 3GD. Further later, y'all. Capricorn, Ellen, Tropic area. Nah, motherfucking place. Real bored, bro. Real tall, real bored. Really ain't bored for real. I did a line last night, bro. I'm talking about. I'm just trying to figure out who the fuck do you think you are? This bitch of the Grand Canyon, man. Every time you find something righteously anciently great, it's gonna be in these Americas because we the oldest living inhabitants on this earth. It ain't no planet. The ancients ain't said nothing about no planet. I'm looking at this support shit last night. These hoes got all kind of corn festivals. They try to hide this shit. Well, we caught y'all having that corn and that cocaine y'all having through. And I guess I'm saying all that to say, my main thing, I don't care who no nigga is, what a nigga about. Do I have this thing, dislike towards a nigga? Man, I ain't studying none of this shit. I be back the message and I'm trying to tell a nigga. Nigga, if you want to understand life, you gotta study life. Ron L. Hubbard. You mean to tell me? Man, y'all let the scientists talk y'all out of life, bro. They got patents on all the diseases, put the diseases out. Y'all know all this shit. But you're gonna continue to let a motherfucker talk you out of life. Life sustained life. Niggas don't care nothing about life. Nigga don't care nothing about life. What up, my nigga? I said, damn. Roll up. Hey, that nigga ATL just showed up. Hey, nigga. If you wanna goddamn know about life, if you wanna know about goddamn auto mechanics, you gotta study auto mechanics. But if you truly wanna know about life, history, life, you really want to start at the basics of this, you gotta study life. And once you get down deep into it, you're gonna understand that's what the ancients were studying. Life. I'm talking about the true ancient of the ancient of the ancient. The human. Not the mankind. The human. The human. The laws they were making in the sense they were trying to get off their shoulder were for mankind. And mankind alike. We ain't like none of this shit. We're the original man. Human. Yeah, hue, color, melanated. Everything within it, let me show you right there, man. Everything within this pad. We'll find it. Everything, get this shit right here. Let me show you how to show you the right here. Everything within this motherfucking pad right here, bro. Everything within this pad right here is melanated. The sun's path. First of all, the sun is life. You fuck with no scientists talking about. I don't give a fuck that bitch go back 100 gazillion, quadrillion years before some dust particles. I don't give a fuck what that bitch talking about. Bitch, you can't talk without the sun. You don't even exist. Who the fuck is you? You disrespecting the sun anyway, trying to outthink the sun, nigga. Nothing exists without the motherfucking sun. Existence come through the sun. We've been understood that. Now they trying to talk you out of that reality. Yeah, it's a star, but it's the brightest star. Soul One, Solo, holds all this shit together 100%. Holds all this shit together 100%. Whatever it got going on, the creation. of that sun. Y'all niggas can't get past that, bro. Existence come through that sun. We know that everything grows up toward the sun. We already understand this. So when you gonna goddamn look at life, you gonna see the same thing the ancients seen. If you study the sun, this is what they took from. This is how they took your life, your sovereignty, all this shit. Everything, they took your life off the rip. They took your God from you off the rip. You niggas scared to look at the sun, bro. I ain't mad at you. I ain't be scared of that motherfucker too. I said, I got to peep. I'm curious. I said, let me peep, see what the fuck going on. I don't look at them motherfuckers. There's some niggas on here lying, bro. These niggas ain't sun gazing, bro. I got this shit off the internet when I'm studying. I'm trying to figure out the budget. I come on this motherfucker, follow the money. I'm following the money when I come on this hoe. These bitches lying. NASA and goddamn budget. Follow the money. Let me see what these hoes doing with their money. Yeah, I got the where I'm at with this shit. But I understand existence come through that sun, and I understand them bitches went over tell me what dog matter was. Then I started learning about melanin and everything. But it's the sun path right here. Look, I'm gonna kill the globe right here, just like this right here. Why this how fast comes in? That's the east. This the path of the sun. These are tropical and subtropical areas. This the path of the sun. This the path of the sun. This the path of the sun. And then you got temperate areas that expand on to about 43 degree parallel, both ways, front and back, not up and down, front and back. And those areas is melanated areas, fam. And this the west side. That's the end. And that's the end. So if the ancients saying it's an underworld, when the sun goes out of your view, and in the distance past the horizon. So that means the back of this ball right here you looking at must be the underworld. This must be the back of the ocean. Cause the sun just did his thing. Now they want to spin you and tell you, man, this motherfucker go cross east to west. That's the path of the motherfucking sun, bro. And everything in between this shit right here is melanated, bro. And some of them people that done came too far over into this bitch, they understand, especially them righteous northerners where Antarctica really sits at. See, them motherfuckers migrated from northwest. I be trying to show y'all how this earth cross work. All the ancient earthworks that was put out here, even the ones that sit a little over in the north, were built by melanated people. They can't help but confess it. They can't help but confess it. But what I'm trying to tell a nigga is, nigga, you are divine. Your divinity and your consciousness lies in that sun through existence. Nature, natural, is what make you divine, bro. But y'all following supernatural shit. When that sun exists, you can feel the heat from that sun in real life, in real time, in reality. So ain't nothing supernatural about the sun or the disc that sit inside that sun. The ancient knew. They ain't said nothing about no globe. They said something about that black disc sitting in that goddamn sun. That's all they knew. How you think they gained their knowledge? Tracking the path of the sun. How you think they learned about the equinox? How you think they learned how to motherfucking tilt Mother Earth? See, these motherfuckers that lied on the sun and the earth. We ain't got to go no further than that. We love the water too, though, the primordial waters. But Mother Earth contains that water. Mother Earth contains that water. The water don't contain Mother Earth. You ain't on the side of no ball. This is the path of the sun to come across the lands and the ocean and another land and another ocean and another land and then go across the ocean. And all the ocean is one bottle of water, bro. 100%. These hoes want to take 3% of the ocean water and create some pole shit and create an Arctic and Antarctic Ocean. Ain't no poles. You ain't found them holes yet. Oh, what is it? See what I'm talking about? You can't, that blood sacrifice shit comes from motherfuckers who fucking with their blood. You can't sacrifice, we ain't doing no blood sacrificing, bro. We got down the divine people who's bringing knowledge in nature and agriculture, nigga. Ain't no blood coming out no motherfucking grape. Ain't no blood coming out no motherfucking banana. That's why I'm talking about that land, my nigga, over there talking about the land of Ophir. Only thing I get out of that shit is Ophir. Solomon that went over this bitch, they keep telling you what the real shit at over here. We bring the offerings, nigga. We don't even want to go to a nigga house without a 6-pack. Bitch, I ain't finna come to your house without a 6-pack, bitch ass nigga. Fucking like a showing up at your house empty-handed, bro. Nigga don't even want to go to nobody's house empty-handed, bro. Nigga had to goddamn make his chin stay up in the air. The goddamn go ask to lay on a nigga couch, bro. And a nigga still gonna let you lay on that hoe. Nigga still gonna let you lay on that bitch, nigga. You divine, nigga. Y'all nigga crazy, bro. Nigga ain't never went nowhere empty-handed, bro. Fuck you telling me. Nigga ain't finna show up nowhere. That nigga gonna feel bad as hell if he got to show up. If he got to show up empty-handed, he gonna feel bad as hell. Then the nigga gonna still goddamn. Come on, bro. Feed your bitch ass. With your bitch ass. Nigga ain't never slept on his home couch. Couch wore the fuck out. From being divine, bitch ass niggas. Y'all niggas don't even know who the fuck y'all is, bro. Then you got these niggas out here running the world. A little nigga still a motherfucking Arizona, a pack of 9 liters, shoot him down in their motherfucking back, and the police come, hey man, and scrape him up and go get his organs and melons and shit up out of there and continue their motherfucking status. Instead of saying, look, little nigga, you ain't got to do that. Go on, get 3-4 packs of them down later today. And seeing what's going on inside the little nigga head. See, that's the sin. Y'all nigga act like y'all don't know sin from divine. Cause a nigga cuss. I got a chip on my shoulder, big one, nigga. I've been studying this shit a long time. I'm gonna get out here and look at this sun in a few minutes. Cause I look at it face to face, real talk. And I know it's like, and everything I'm telling y'all some real shit. Ain't no nigga never. Nigga went to the motherfucking Sahara Desert. The whole northern part of Africa wasn't nothing but desert. And our ancient people went over there. We the Egyptians. We went over there and took irrigation and brought water and seas, crossed that motherfucker and irrigated and put the agriculture, tilted that goddamn soil. That will make it divine, nigga. Cause you're in tune with nature. This is why you can go down south and look at your goddamn great grandma and them crazy and your little cousin them that choose not to fuck around and stay planted deeply in their divinity. And grow their own shit. Go down there and eat them good ass sweet potato pies and shit. Go down there and see how many stars really in the sky without all this fuck shit flying all over. You go down there and see how pretty the stars is for real when you go down that country, boy. Forever. We got grandmas around this bitch hungry. Boy, they winning. You got the goddamn star count decreasing. That's us in the sky, nigga. That's our energy. Melanated energy don't die. How the fuck you gonna goddamn talk about going somewhere you ain't never been? How the fuck you gonna talk about goddamn losing something you never had? You ain't never had no motherfucking melanin. You northern beast ass. Look at this whole ass nigga right here. I'm just freestyle, bro. I'm just pop car. I just be. Look at this bitch ass nigga. Let me show y'all the Pope. Show y'all this Pope nigga. This Pope nigga right here. See this Pope ass nigga right here? That nigga telling you he's Satan. I done showed y'all they shit. Nigga telling you who he is. This is bitch ass nigga right here. I be piggybacking on my nigga. That nigga re-roll the truth now, man. Now, if that nigga come up off that planet, bro, that nigga the goddamn whole thing. I'm still going to Mars, Pluto. I'm going wherever that nigga go. I'm going with him. I gotta watch it back. But there ain't no planet, bro. But I'm fucking with you. That's the only thing I fuck with, bro. This nigga here. Look at this shit. Wow, man. Nigga telling you who he is. This the Pope. This the Pope. These folks know they beast. They know they the mark of the beast, but they try to take your shit and say 666. Nah, that's my melanated makeup. That's my carbon melanated makeup. You can't have 666. You ain't nowhere in the hell you 666, but you trying to make me evil. See, you a switcheroo ass motherfucker. See, you the center. See this path right here? Everybody studying the path of the sun. But they studying behind the people. See, the Paleo Indian, the Paleo Hebrew, they got our language. The Hebrew language belong to us. The alphabets and shit belong to over here. That Hebrew, that's a connection. You got to be able to look through all the distortion, bro. These folk can even talk. The path of the sun. While you studying the sun, guess what? You gaining all kind of like, okay, so when the sun be over there, this happen, then that happen. Everything around it telling you, so you getting all. How you think they got the supreme information by following the path of the sun? And then start corrupting it with all them crazy ass stories because everybody want to know where the fuck that sun go. And then come back. But everybody understood that that life. Life. And it's here in reality. So here come the hidden mystery. Ain't nothing but a few gonna do it like me. The cheating don't make me cheap though, cause I go out there and say, fuck this shit, I'm gonna look like face to face. Like they say Jacob did. Jacob, you can't look like face to face, bro. If you did, he blinds you, gave you melanoma, cause nigga, you ain't divine. The divine people is in these areas right here. In this path right here. In this path right here. You notice all that shit there? Then what you see up there? The north. And that's latitude, not altitude. Them high mountainous regions where they come from. Where the sun don't even shine. So they got a motherfucking hatred for the sun. Purposely. To deceive you out of your life. Out of your God. That's their purpose, nigga. To make you say, I don't want to look at that sun, it's going to blind me. Surely for a second or two. But they don't tell you there ain't no permanent thing. The blindness is the reference that you're going to receive. Wham, bam, don't close them. Keep looking. And watch it reveal itself to you. You don't need no eclipse. You don't see that black disc and them energy rings. I used to call them life rings, nigga. You can find them life rings in everything on this earth. The earth and everything upon it got those life rings in it, because that's where life come from. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And anything go against that sun, that's the wrongdoing. What they call sin. That's sinful. When you go against nature, that's sinful. You connected to the cosmos, bro. When you die, your energy going right back through that portal, and them folks know this shit. And you let these scientists talk you out your shit, bro. That's why I be mad at you niggas. Cause your sovereignty is right there. Ain't no paperwork, nigga. We are here up under, we up in this bitch, up under natural divine order, nigga. Y'all hoes out of order. This how you supposed to be talking to you motherfuckers. Y'all got us enslaved and forever with these rules y'all got put in place. Baby, come straight out the pussy in debt. What the greatest debt is to be in sin? What's the greatest sinful? Disrespecting God, disrespecting the nature's order, not letting nature take its course, disrespecting Mother Earth and turning her into a ball of water and alley-ooping her in the sky saying she's spinning out of control. When you see the path of the sun go from east to west, that ends it, and you come across these lands and across that ocean from east to west. You ain't got no business listening to no one out there north. Not the northwest, not the north, not the northeast, none of that shit. And these are people who run this shit because they set up in them synagogues over in that northern region and made up all the shit they can make up to twist what you already put in place, include your alphabet, all the words you put down. They could not motherfucking live up to the morals that you had put in place. They can't live up to the standards because they beast. And they tell you they the beast. Got a big ass computer called Beast. Then when I say beast, my own people get mad at me. Hell, that's what they say to you. Bigfoot, beast, goat fuckers. Growing horns out of their motherfucking forehead where they supposed to have a pineal gland that registers your intel. Your intelligence, your vibrations, your frequencies comes through your pineal gland from the sun because you are a cosmic being. That's why they call you aliens, gods. They call you all kind of shit. But they talking about you though. They ain't talking about no big head ass ET and all that shit. No, they talking about you, my nigga. They talking about you, my nigga. They ain't got enough melatonin in their pineal gland to receive a frequency from God. Cause our God don't talk with no linguistics. Oh, therefore art thou. The word came from the gods, the jewels. Not no Jewish, because you ain't nothing like. Ish means something like it. You ain't nothing like no fucking jewel or none of that shit. But you think you the jeweler, because you done took all the gold. The ultimate gold is that gold in that sky, that sun. That's why that's a sacred color. Because everybody love that gold. Black and gold, nigga. Because behind that sun is a black melanated disc with life concentric rings in it that looks like, you know what I'm saying, a ripple effect. And that's how it gone down, bro. This shit crazy. I just can't pop my shit, man. I just come, man. This shit rises to crazy. The Pope is to say insane. And they tell you that, but y'all won't listen. Y'all won't listen. These are the same people who wrote the New Testament. Y'all won't listen. This right here is the path that Jesus walked with that cross on his back. I just showed y'all that. 23.5 tilt. That's the pole. You want to know where the pole at? The pole is the burden that Jesus walked. Yeah, Jesus walked. Yeah, this the path that Jesus walked. Not that little north-south shit over there in Levant and all that. Nah, this the teachers. This shit esoteric than a motherfucker. Ain't no pole. The fake, imaginary pole, guess what it is? That sun disk. Yo, they used to call that sun disk Amun. Amen. Because your prayers go to the Heavenly Father. He considered to be the Heavenly Father, the light of the world that lives right here in the realm, in this realm of reality with you. Your God is here and everywhere, right here. And he's on time. Ain't missed a motherfucking beat. It ain't gonna miss a beat. Y'all niggas scared of life, bro. I'm studying life. Y'all niggas scared of life. Not on purpose. This shit was did by design, bro. The God the ancients used to worship, they used to come out on them platforms and them mounds. That was the platform for them to become Axis Mundi. That means when you become one with each tier. That's the cosmology of the ancients. The upper world, the world we exist right here on earth at sea level, and the underworld wasn't even underground or underwater. The underworld was trying to figure out where that sun went. See, one thing you gotta understand, when that sun coming from the east or rising, they standing on that platform, get what they doing. The one on top of that platform, the chief, he's standing right in front of Uchi. We gotta get into that Uchi shit too. Cause them the older folks you're gonna find. That's the bloodline. And they stare right into that sun as they gain reverence from the sun in the morning. Stare right into it. And then they have a feather on their arm. They'll have a feather. And they'll wave that feather, a hawk at that goddamn sun. Hawk. Cause the hawk, that's where you get Haru and all these hawks. All these hawks, cause the hawk fly closest to the sun. That's the Hawkeye. But the all-seeing dot is the center of that sun. That's the all-seeing eye. Back on that dollar out there, that he the all-seeing eye right there. It's the center. And you get your Herodotus and your Ra and all that shit from the radius geometry. The radius of the circumference of the sun. See? And you can break it down to why they got that pi symbol at the Temple of Amun. Break down the pi geometry. But they studying life, bro. They studying the light bringer, not the light bearer, not the motherfucking torch. You niggas living up on a torch and now ain't kill. You rather go get fucked in your ass and get a contract, get $100,000 and blow it on a limousine. You bitch ass niggas. These niggas down here ain't living right. They giving G's up for the sacrifice. Little life. Thug gotta roll the dice. I'm gonna get the grain till I leave it though. Cause I know my grain is the righteous path, bro. I ain't come up off for my mama, my grandmama, my sister. I ain't coming up off that righteous shit, bro. Cause y'all niggas ain't looking at life, man. And then when he hawk at that sun, when he hawk at that sun 3 times, he wave his arm in the direction in the path that the sun is gonna take from east to the sets in the west. This is where you get all these words from. The sets, sorrows, everything result right back to the sun. Nigga mad right now. Nigga get that sun a little shine, then get out of there. Know why? Cause they want the shine. I ain't no scholar. I don't do it for dollars. Truth don't need no help. See, your human nature, you just got to get a little shine. Bitch, I don't want no shine. I ain't never try to beat you niggas that shit. I just want you to get this info and carry it home and make sure your babies get it. So when they hold them switches up on their ass, they can switch cheese to right motherfuckers. When they go to goddamn getting intelligent and learning how to speak and how to deal with other individuals and other ethnicities on this earth, they'll know how to handle their ass properly and get their foot the fuck up off our neck. Yeah, for the babies can handle their business. That's what I be on. I want them babies to be able to come up and handle these bitches properly. Whether it's war, ain't shit really to talk about. However they gotta do it diplomatically, whatever the fuck they gotta do to put this truth out here and get these whole foot off our neck and get the fuck up off our land and stop digging our ancestors up all across the earth and around the world, all across this earth, nigga. Melanated people went in all these areas, especially on the 33rd, 30th parallel, all these parallels, all them earthworks was constructed according to astrology, because they learned it following the path of the sun, and all them equinoxes, all these pyramids and mounds, and all those earthworks that they claim to be the crater of their civilization were built by melanated people called motherfucking Negroes. We built all this shit. These holding took the earth from us, not just the United States of America. These holding took the earth from a nigga. Cause they supposed to be on earth. They supposed to be in them high altitudes, them high latitudes in them mountains. Cause that's where their life was created at. And their life was created by secondary solar energy they rereads. That's why they want you to redo this and redo that. They redos. Them folks get the little solar energy they got to create the life forms that they became into being from the moon. Them people are moon people. They call the goddamn, they say that moon is their god. They call them Manny. These folks know the sun don't like them. These folks know they out of place. These folks know exactly what they done did. They done came and took paradise from a nigga. They gonna make you slave on your own land forever. Man, y'all gotta be tripping. I got a chip on my shoulder about that shit. Once you come across this motherfucker 23, then the 23.5, They use the same tip for Jesus walking his path across the sun's path. He's walking the path of the sun. The sun ain't following him, he following the sun. And that's what you become, a son of the sun, when you stand to him in the morning. And you become one with all three tiers. And the tip, the underworld is a tip when the sun disappears past the horizon. And then the wandering come in. And that's what the ancients call the underworld. Not no little motherfucker man up under the ground with no pitchfork to my burning your soul forever and all that shit. That shit ain't come from you. That ain't your story. You ain't the simple person. Your sins don't need you. You ain't got no sins to be relieved. Your culture is divine. You come from a divine culture. Agriculture is a divine culture, bro. You sitting over there eating grapes and peaches and plums and motherfucking pomegranates, lettuce, tomatoes, carrots. Nigga, everything you get coming from life. The sun and the earth. From sowing seeds. Not into no nigga pocket. Sowing seeds into the earth. That's divine. That's your divinity. That's your sovereignty on your own land. The sin came in with that blood, bro. Blood sacrificing. To wash sins away. To wash wrongful doings away. What's the wrongful doing? Going against the divine. Y'all niggas sin against the divine people. I don't give a fuck. I get on this bitch and cuss 24 hours a day, bro. You can't take my divinity from me because I'm connected to that sun, bro. And melanated carbon-12 do not die. No energy die. Their energy is gonna decompose and go right into the ground. Them folks know they ain't got no connection to the cosmos. That's why they don't give a fuck about digging your ancestors up, and they don't give a fuck about going in them heavens and fucking with our melanated energy up there. The reason the star count decreasing right now, cause they snatching this melanin because they know that's you. They know that's you, and that's what they want. They fucked up when they told me how melanin tastes. I said, bitch, you gonna tell me how it tastes, bitch? I said, man, I woke up out my street one day and said, man, nigga, I said, man, I said, how do melanin taste? I don't remember what the fuck the answer was. I said, this bitch gonna say it's a little salty with the rim, or it tastes good with it, and just mix a little and whoop the whoop. Bitch, you gonna tell me how it tastes, ho? Bitch gonna tell me how it tastes, and gonna tell me these motherfuckers over here that eat dead bodies wasn't eating our ass up, bro. They wasn't studying the goddamn crops at first. They trying to catch a nigga. Eat your ass. They show you in the cartoon, they stick a motherfucking apple right in the African mouth, and Bugs Bunny them, they just go to turn them over a fire. They finna, just the sacrifice, and they finna eat your ass up. Then niggas start fishing and eating fish. I still got to find an ancient story from my ancestors where we were eating fish. Cause I just know in my motherfucking soul, bro, that we ain't supposed to be killing nothing to eat it, bro. I just feel like that in my soul, bro. We got tricked with the fish story, my nigga. If you got to kill it to eat it, bro, you don't supposed to be eating it. Life sustains life. See, this is what Dr. CB know. What them motherfucking fuck boys at the post been goddamn putting this to work out about Dr. CB healing all this shit, including AIDS and HIV. All meat got fat. With my big fat ass. I know better, but I'll just tell you what my soul say. You got to kill it to eat it, you ain't got no business to eat it, bro. That ain't your culture. Your culture is to sustain yourself off Mother Earth, bro. And sustain the animals and everything upon this earth. That's who you are, bro. That's who the fuck we is, bro. And we been fucked over in a major way. It get real deep. But I just get on this bitch just to make my day better, my nigga. So I won't be so angry as I walk around in life, my nigga. Cause I'm gonna be mad forever. They say I ain't never too late. But shit, it was a lot of wasted energy. But I learned along the way. It was my life path, but I got to chill about this shit. Cause this shit ridiculous. Cause when you got there and get past that little gold section right there, that's when you get the high altitude areas, bro. And this is what they trying to create, they globe. The first thing they did when they went to creating all this opposite backwards and putting all this confusion into the world was snatch that melanated disc, which they know the ancients considered to be life, and they know it to be life, but it ain't life for them. We ain't created equal. That's why they had to say, come out and say, to make laws for mankind. No, for man, period, nigga. Human. They snatched that melanated disc out their sun, the hidden one, the supreme being, the ultimate portal of life and death right there. They snatched it out of it. Get what they did with it. Put it in a place right over there next to Italy and Tuscany, right in the middle. That's why we mark the spot and call it the center of the earth today. Because the sun is the center and the sole proprietor of everything going on and evolving in that sky. They took it and put it on the ground and called it Rupus Niger and a whole lot of more names. But the ancient named it Amun. Amun, Amen, Amen. Amen is the unseen presence. But he's here in the physical, sitting right behind the illumination of that light. He's sitting right there. And I'm telling you niggas, you ain't got to wait on no motherfucking eclipse to come face to face with him. Gonna be the best thing you ever did in your life, bro. Study life. Yeah, when you wanna pray, look at it. You'll see. And then you're gonna see so much other fuck shit and how they corrupt the shit till you still gonna be just, I don't know how you gonna take it. But this shit upset my soul. And what really upset my soul when I try to guide a nigga to life. And the preconceptions and the prejudgments and everybody got to be not shit type shit. That really irked me, bro. Everybody want the next nigga not to be shit. Everybody want the next nigga to be on bullshit. I don't give a fuck how truthful the information a nigga bring. You don't like that nigga, but you just see this. That would irk me, bro. Cause I know I ain't been goddamn dropping them a goddamn pure black knowledge on this bitch since I've been on this hoe. And niggas goddamn come and just be on bullshit. Nigga, we trying to get these folks fuck off our neck, get the fuck off our land, and take that paper ass money with your bitch ass too. Cause all the resources coming from this land, which they don't have, man. That's why it's so important to get the imports. See how that word work? All you gotta do is wordplay a little bit. That's why it's so important. That's the importance of this shit, to keep this shit in play. If we gotta lie about globes and other galaxies and whatever we gotta do to animate and keep these motherfuckers out of the realm of reality, that's what the fuck we gonna do. We gonna control it all. We gonna teach that goddamn sun about not motherfucking getting us no shine. They took that sun disk and put it right there and started calling it North Pole. And you ain't got no business doing North shit. Once you figured out Santa Claus was some bullshit, you supposed to start tearing the North ass the fuck up out your life. If you believe in the globe, nigga, you believe in Santa Claus. You ain't got no business listening to them people, period. All the sinful things they done did upon the earth, and you still trying to make these motherfuckers and reason with these motherfuckers in your reality to make it be okay. Cause they washed their sins away with a cross tilted at a 23.5 tilt on Jesus' back, that he walked the path of the sun. And all the shit that you done learned, your ancient ancestors done learned and built earthworks, pyramids, astrology, astronomy, everything you done gained from the sun. And you gonna let this deity come and walk the path of the sun with the weight and bearing the weight in the sinful, wicked ways of the people who came and talk you out your shit to be washed away and forgiven forever. And transcend and no, and transition, not transition, but transfer. Transfer their sinful ways onto you. Now you think you a sinner instead of divine. Now you think you done did something wrong. You think you done did something wrong. You ain't did shit. We got fucked over. This is how they washed all their sins away. Just the pole. You looking for the pole, that's the pole. The magnetic rock is the pole. That's why you never find it, because its soul is esoterically hidden, because it's sitting right there in that sky. Right there. Life. In reality. Inside of this realm of reality. Right there. It's sitting right there. So supernatural is the sin. That's your sin. You're going for the okie-doke. That's the sin. You're going for the okie-doke. And everything in your fiber that been taught to you is shaking when a nigga like me speak. I remember I had to shake my own foundation and find me something to stand on, bro. Everything I thought I knew, I said, man, I got to get rid of all this shit. Little bit by little bit, I got to get this shit off me. Anything came from these folks, I got to question. So we had to try to question everything. You been exposed. Shout out my nigga Dre. Question everything. If they say don't question, goddamn it, question. If they tap you on your left shoulder, you better be turning around to your right to see what's coming. See, this is how you got to play with these folks. 23.5. 23.5 north is the tropical Cancer. 23.5 south is the tropical Capricorn. Those are the tropic areas, heavily melanated. So we know who built all these structures on this earth. How they got in control of them? They came down from the heavens. Fool. They took your knowledge and sacredly set inside these Masonic lodges, these motherfucking so-called synagogues up in them mountains, and carefully put this shit into place. Rewrote your shit, transliterated and did whatever they had to do. Turned your language into a Semitic language. Now you're anti-Semitic for holding on to your truth. For a language that you gave them, an alphabet that you gave them. You taught them how to talk. And they sit there and tell you this man came face to face with God and became the supreme axis mundi to this bitch. Cause he's so raw. See, it's supernatural, see how it work. It's tea time. Come on, let's act like we drinking some tea. It's tea time. It's imaginary time. Come on, let's make an imaginary line. Yeah, there's an imaginary line right in the middle of this bitch called the equator. Yeah, the sun's path is the equator. But he ain't wrapping around the back of no ball. There ain't no ball spinning. He come across the earth and handling his business down. This is where the equator come from, right here. So once they get you in a supernatural realm and you go to believe in them, oh man, it's a long way back then. Because you actually believe that Jacob letter extends and ascends all the way up to the heavens. With all this knowledge is the ancestors teaching you, and they can't do nothing but build a platform or a stage and climb up on it and wait on the sun to come and give him praise on that platform, become the axis mundi, the connection to all three tiers. That's all it is about. But they done imagine and using your shit, they done sent Jacob's letter all the way to the heavens. And that's what they represent when they come down at the mountains. They telling you they coming down at the heavens. And they God. Even in this book, but they God. Moon boy. Oh, werewolf boy. Huh? Fuck a sheep. Fuck a goat. Huh? Bigfoot. Grandpa. Pop, pop, pop. Eat each other up. Eat death. Eat death. They been eating death. Eat death, they eat dead bodies. This the ritual. Drink the blood, suck on it. They eat death. They been eating death. Why you think they got them goddamn cathedrals built out of skulls and bones? Look at them your ancestors. How would you think the demographics of an area that was built by melanated people, not a fucking area, a whole entire civilizations that was built by melanated beings, bro? How you think those areas, you go check the demographics of those areas now and say, how many niggas live there? 0.0001%. Oh, yeah, about 4.4%, 4.2% of niggas. You got a few niggas left. There's a few of those niggas around here. How the hell somebody to tilt that damn soil? I'd rather eat the nigger shit. I want to suck his dick and everything. Fuck it. I love the way he tastes. You bitch ass niggas. Fuck y'all talking about. Fuck y'all talking about. Yeah, I had to keep it for those niggas around. Hell shit. Yeah, they're the divine people become the peasants. To tilt the soil, you doing peasant work now. Listen to these royals. The royal blood is the Uchi. The Uchi blood is the royal blood. That's all connection. Now gonna tell me some goddamn nigga came that the Uchi, they all this intelligence, man, they ain't one intelligent enough to teach their children how to talk. Their cultures overlapping, they doing the same exact shit, worshiping the same exact thing. That's on. We had a God, bro. That's on. They worshiping the same exact thing, but their language is isolated. But their language is isolated. Huh? Application status. I'll do that later. They language is isolated. Isolate. Huh? You mean to tell me these people ain't teach their goddamn children how to say mama, apple, daddy, hungry, baba? They ain't teach their children shit. They got an overlap, but they see, that's how they just fuck you around. Disconnect you from yours. They disconnect you from your language with the motherfucking the original bloodline. They disconnect you from your God in the sky right here. And they just disconnected you from life. Now you're just chattel. Human cattle. Chattel. Goy. These hoes over here practicing their damn ritual with sweet green corn. Bitch, we all get that corn from, man. It's the same festival that they goddamn practice over here on our land with that green corn. Of course. These folks don't say it. Anyway, my nigga, they put that goddamn sun on the ground and named that motherfucker North Pole. See, all this was soul shit. All this was sun shit. Even in their book, they had Solarius. And it's so hilarious to me that they come out with a polarius. I can go ahead and show you the motherfucker who invented the pole. If I go deep enough into these screenshots, I go ahead and show you the motherfucker who invented the pole. You gotta find this bitch. You know what these bitches know they were making that shit up when they started making it up. When they started making this shit up, they know what the fuck they were doing. So now they create the pole. Now they create the pole, the North Pole, and it's supposed to be a magnetic mountain, a magnetic rock, a magnetic black rock. Because they know everything is glued in place because of that disc. But now they're going to disrespect it and put it on the motherfucking ground. I ain't much got that bitch. Where I got that bitch? I ain't much got that bitch. I be having something that I got rid of that mother. Then I got the motherfucker who created the fucking pole, bro. He created the pole. And all of a sudden the pole becomes Polaris. Man, that shit hilarious, nigga. This so why they had some shit called Solarius. Solarius representing the sun. They took the sun out of the sky, and now everything become polar. Polar with polar bears and see what I'm talking about? See how it work? Hilarious. Motherfucker created that shit. Put the goddamn sun, put life itself, existence, on the ground and mark the spot. X marked the spot. I told y'all I was gonna figure all this shit out. And named it North Pole, and then start naming the star that don't move, which really actually moves. It just moves in a smaller circumference. Everything up there moves. And the earth still. Still? I know that real. It named it polarities. That was the beginning of them to create a center point, an axis to start creating the globe. Then they take the earth cross up off the ground, lift the earth, a ball of water, lift it up, and tilt it at 23.5 degrees. That's the way that they sins on Jesus' back as he carrying that pole. That's the pole. That's the axis right there. Y'all gotta go check that look. I left all that shit right over here on Melanation 3G. Now y'all dig it. Just go in there and get the receipts. They in there. That's why I come on here and pop my shit so I make sure the receipts there. If I ever got to prove what the fuck I'm saying. Real talk. And then this how they created the globe. I just showed you the equator. I just showed you the fake North Pole. I just showed you where the pole is at. Ain't no. And then they tell you the sun is. That's the whole thing. The sun, the whole thing. Then they want to say 99.8%. Bitch, I won't dump 0.2 back. Because ain't no gravity. They want to try some energy. They want to put a percent. They want to get a percentage of this shit any way they can. If I can get 2% from everybody in the world every month, goddamn, I ain't got to do shit. That 10% shit. The government and God want the same shit, but they don't supposed to be the same entity. But you're swearing yourself in on the book. But y'all the same motherfucker. Both of y'all want 10%. Y'all want 20 all real. It's 100% solar, bro. Every story they come with, they gonna be about that sun. It's an ancient population that had dark skin tone because melanin is the ancestral human baseline protecting against the UV radiation and sun exposure. I don't need no suntan lotion, none of that shit. I'm trying to get black as I can. Fuck you talking about. The baseline human trait. Every human population, original to Africa, carried high melanin levels. As early groups migrated into Asia, see how they work, and eventually across into the Americas, those foundational dark pigmented traits were carried right along with them. So everybody supposed to came from Africa. I'm showing you white folks melanated is the path of this sun, man. And everybody that's within and connection to these cosmos, these real cosmic beings out here, bro. You don't need no damn sunscreen. You ain't got to worry about none of that. Go to your little tobacco field, roll your little cigarette, go to your little coca leaf, get your little tutu down, get your little marijuana, get your little corn now. You get you some grapes there, you can wiggle your toes there, long as when it's time to tilt that soil and tend to that agricultural land and do the divine thing. Long as you doing that, nigga, you in paradise. You gonna eat forever. That's paradise. The fuck this dude talking about right here, man? Huh? Sun exposure and survival for early hunter-gatherers living entirely outdoors under intense sunlight. High melanin levels were biologically essential for survival, protecting crucial nutrients like folate from UV degradation. Huh? What the fuck they talking about right now? What the fuck they talking about? Because I want to see how the fuck you lose something you ain't never had. Population settled diverse environments across the Americas over thousands of years, from tropic forests to high altitude deserts. They still up under the sun though. You can go high altitude over here, over here. Skin pigmentation naturally varied, but deep tone and high melanin remain prominent across many indigenous groups. I know that word. Northerners lost their melanin through natural selection over thousands of years as early humans migrated to high latitudes. Not altitude, they just going up in the mountains. They ain't had to migrate because they ain't came from no fucking Africa. And ain't no Pangea, none of that bitch ass shit. Just tell you where they from. Regions with low sunlight. Should have said no sunlight. Because God don't like y'all. Y'all sinning against nature. Y'all got my people's mind fucked up. I got a chip on my shoulder about that shit every day. When populations move far north, they going farther, of the equator, high levels of melanin which protect against intense ultraviolet radiation became a biological disadvantage for two primary reasons. These motherfuckers ain't never had no melanin, bro. This is where they from up in them goddamn mountains, bro. These motherfuckers just got an excuse for everything. These folks ain't came out no motherfucking Africa, and we didn't either. So the biggest secret, like they some of the secret land where Solomon got this motherfucking gold from, is Ophir. Ain't number offerings. Solomon Temple sitting over in Japan, some motherfucking what? They kept the location of this motherfucker a secret. You kept everything about the Americas a secret as long as you could. That was the thing to do. Keep the Americas a secret as we drain the resources until we take over that bitch. And the motherfuckers that do got knowledge of, we gonna kill them until we can convince them that they're connected to those other niggers over that water over there. How the fuck you gonna tell me the Ethiopian, the language of the Ethiopian, Geese and all that shit, how you gonna tell me the Ethiopians ain't number 2,000 miles, 1,000 miles away from the people in Angola, but they ain't got no connection, but you wanna connect the motherfuckers in Angola to us by a mosquito coming across this motherfucker and say that's us. If them motherfuckers, if the sun ain't their culture, brother, ain't us. If the sun ain't the leading force and it's leading supreme deity to life, to a culture, it ain't us. If you got over there and got brainwashed and fucked up, man, you better look in the mirror. You better look in the mirror and recognize who the fuck you is. The sun is God, bro. The hidden, unseen presence that you think is supernatural is sitting right inside this realm with you. Existence coming right, the hidden one is right behind this goddamn illuminated light. The illumination of the rays is what hide existence itself. A melanated disc full of concentric rings of life. These folks ain't never got there, had no motherfucking melanin, news no melanin. They ain't never been to no heavens to try to return to no heavens. It's all game, bro. This shit crazy. It's over for their head, though. One of these days. I remember they to my goddamn because of the ice age. Nigga, ice preserves shit. Ice gonna preserve this melanin, nigga. They put niggas to sleep and waking them up right now. You see that right there? You see that right there? All over this motherfucker. We done built earthworks all over this bitch for them people to come right down out them mountains. Right down out them mountains and create that bullshit ass globe. And then this man right here, this wild man right here, this the Pope. They tell you, this nigga say, he got the keys to earth, heaven, and hell. He got the keys to heaven. They got the keys to the west, Key West. They come over here and take the paradise from you. But it's very important for them to keep you importing your shit to them that grows on your land. And then they fuck that up. This shit ain't really natural like it's supposed to be no more fucking with these people. All these scientists talking you out your shit. You see what I'm saying? This Scientologist shit. You got goddamn Farrakhan waiting on the goddamn mothership to crack the sky, to ride off into the sunset with goddamn Ron L. Hubbard, all kind of wicked Madame Blavatsky with all these wicked ways and all this old bitch ass shit. Man, you probably listen to the sun and this earth. The earth got the answers. The sun got the life and the answers, and the earth got the answers. And you ain't got to wait on no book, no none of that shit. The answers gonna come to you, and they ain't gonna be spoken or read to you. See what I'm saying? Archaeologists digging inside this earth, digging down into the earth. There's nobody standing sideways, digging sideways in the earth. The earth got the answers. The earth holding 100% of the primordial waters. Ain't no filter where it rejuvenates and all that bitch ass shit they made up by the magnetic rock, where all the little islands come together and the water rejuvenates right here and it goes down there, all that cosmology. I don't even shout my nigga. I know that nigga Masonic. I know that nigga doing his thing. That's what he wanted. But I don't even shout that nigga out no more. He too much cosmos shit for me with that nigga. I don't even shout that nigga out no more. I see what my nigga was talking about. He too deep off into goddamn distorting shit. Instead of coming all the way in that bitch with them real facts, my nigga. Know what I'm talking about? That is correct. Regions in line between the tropic and subtropic receives high annual levels of ultraviolet UV radiation, which drove the evolutionary adaptation of higher what that shit said? Irrelevant production in indigenous population to protect against. See what I'm talking about? We built everything on that hoe. For these hoes to come down the mountain and trick a nigga with a cave broad. Well, y'all nigga crazy. Still doing it today. Got to go. Yeah, you nigga got to go. Across many ancient traditions, yes, the sun was viewed as the literal face, head, or supreme light of nature and divinity. This is what make you divine. You want to be out into your divinity and be the best person you can be and be into your divine self. You killing yourself by listening to a beast. The sun as the light of the world. Long before modern religions, ancient cultures saw the sun as ultimate source of life, heat, energy, and light. Without it, nature cannot exist. So the sun is the head of nature. That will make the sun divine. And if you fall in the divine order, you fall right up under divine. You the divine people. You ain't did no sinning. You owe these folks shit. You owe yourself to understand who the fuck you are and what your culture was about and what your culture really is. The reason you ain't gonna let a motherfucker go home and your conscience ain't gonna let you do it because you divine. Be talking shit like a motherfucker better not come. What's up? Down on my love. Man, I ain't got any, man. What you need, a couple dollars? You gonna get a nigga a couple of dollars? Or place, well, you gonna get it somewhere to sleep if it ain't on that couch. But you sit right there on the porch, man. You ain't just gonna dog on the guy that ain't in your nature. Cause you divine. I'm trying to show you at your worst state you still divine. That's why I make my scenarios up. I want to show you in our worst state, you still divine. Even headed the goddamn shoot it up. You got to keep yourself in a motherfucking state of mind where you just got to be angry to pull this shit off. Nigga ain't in their divine state gonna do all this dumb shit they be doing. They got to make themselves be mad. If we're gonna go do a drive-by, my nigga. Shit. Man, you got to goddamn get high, get drunk. You got to goddamn you got to just keep yourself on a vibration where you can go and pull it off. But your soul really tell you, man, I ain't trying to, you want to call this shit off. They ain't in your divinity, they ain't who you is, bro. They ain't you being yourself. That's you goddamn letting your emotions goddamn get the best of you. Now nigga goddamn when a nigga deserves something, goddamn you know how I go. You can do some shit in the divine state, cause some of these folks deserve some killings out here. But we killing the wrong motherfuckers though. We killing ourselves. That's why they had to get that self-destruction. You headed for self-destruction to get all that shit out of there. You talking too much, you talking too culturally. They had to kill your culture. That's why they had to have that rap shit and turn it straight into flip-flop. These niggas need to be out here starting getting these children and start rapping about some motherfucking divinity and their culture and the truth about their world. That's all I want to hear. Every song, they shooting switches and fucking bitches. Man, they ain't trying to hear that shit. They ain't trying to hear that shit. But that's what nigga need to hear. And I hate when I see animism. Cause I done ended up by myself on these bitches. Got the sun bleeding over there on their goddamn flag like they the real true east. Nigga, that's northeast, nigga. Y'all hoes ain't in the east. The sun ain't rising from over by no motherfucker. Where the fuck you at, bitch? Stop playing. Nature divine philosophy is like the pantheism and animism. Nature isn't just created by the divine. Nature itself is the divine. Nature itself is a divine. Every tree, river, star. See, they hide behind your shit. If they believe this shit, why the fuck they over there making artificial suns? Why the fuck them Mongolians over there making artificial suns if they really respected nature and was part of the divine principles and morals that runs nature? Man, these four moon folks, Asians and in the northwest and the northeast. Them motherfuckers from the northwest migrated right on up about that area that wasn't getting no sunlight, which is Antarctica. That's how we can pinpoint that shit. We got all them flight restrictions and all that shit and migrated right on over there and goddamn them beasts goddamn made love, ate each other, beat each other ass, fucked in caves, and they came up with some shit called European. They got the European from a Phoenician goddess. A Phoenician goddess, that means she was bloodline. So they even named their country Europe after a Phoenician goddess, after a nigga. See what I'm talking about? And supposed to carry her and turned into Zeus and all these bulls and all that bullshit. Man, they the same landmass, nigga, that's Asia. And that whole landmass over on the east is Afro-Eurasia, because that bitch connected the same way this motherfucker over in the west is, but it's separated by the north. Anything in the north don't get no shine. Y'all got to get all that north shit off you. North Pole, North Star, stop calling it that shit. Don't get a north no shine. And stop trying to take the shine from me. Like this information I'm getting out, man. I ain't trying to get no shine for this shit. I ain't trying to block the shine. I ain't trying to make no dids and put big on in front of that motherfucker. Get on some credit, man. Fuck all that. Get the knowledge and drop the seed and let it sow and let it float naturally. Get the information and run with this shit. I ain't no motherfucking scholar. I don't do it for no motherfucking dollar, bro. I do it for the truth. With hopes that one day this shit get out here and niggas start motherfucking marching like they supposed to march and living with the concepts in their head to know how to speak and respond to these people and not just accepting anything they say out their goddamn mouth. No, that's not the divine order. That's not how it works. And you're out of place. And we need to do some shit about this. I need to go out like Dr. King on the top of the mountain, spitting this shit. That's how I want them hoes to knock me off. I want niggas to be hit me with 100 choppers. I want to be pissing and spitting at their ass until I shake, till I can't shake no more. Then get what? I'm going straight to the heavens. My divine melanated makeup 666, that carbon 12, that energy gonna rise straight up out that bitch and go straight through the sun to the Father and send me right back into the afterlife through the portal. And then hopefully with the knowledge I gain this time, I can reach my final destination, my final divinity is to become a star up there with the ancestors, because that's where our energy go. And that's what these folks know. And that's what the fuck you need to know, nigga. You divine. And you going to heaven regardless, nigga. Now that's some science for your ass. I'm my own scientist, bitch. Now that's some science for your ass. If the energy don't die and it's a renewal cycle and they telling you going back to the afterlife, you going back to the heavens, you're going to return from what you came, what the fuck is they telling you? Your energy going back through that sun to the Heavenly Father, that melanated disc that they got posted on the ground. They done deemed your goddamn God to the ground forever. That's a North Pole that you ain't gonna never find. But I found it for y'all. See? You going right back to them heavens, bro. Might come back in a year or two, might come back in 100,000 years, might come back in 1,000,000 years, but it's a renewal cycle that helps your energy going. And these motherfuckers scripting melanin right out of the heavens now. That's why I got a chip on my shoulder now, cause the stock count decreasing, bro. In real life. Where divinity come from? Under nature, first world view, divinity isn't something external that descends from a distant sky. It is generally from within nature itself. If life comes from nature, then the sacred power, see, nature. Don't make you divine, bro. Y'all niggas got goddamn little marijuana plants here out now growing them hoes. Got little tomato plants fucking around, fucking with it and everything, cause it's in nature, man. For real. Real talk. I done got this shit off my chest, now I done got home, man. I'm finna get in trouble, man. I'm finna get in trouble like a motherfucker. I ain't supposed to pop this lie. I swear to God, I ain't supposed to pop this lie. My baby finna be mad. First lady Melanation told me don't do it. I said, Mom, I gotta go. I gotta hit the button. I gotta get some. She know how to get it off my chest, though. Under that worldview, yes, the divinity is grounded entirely in nature, and the physical sun living in alignment with, living in alignment with that natural order means stand within true reality rather than relying on abstract supernatural concepts of sin. You're not the center, my nigga. You're not the center, dog. These folks know you're not the center. I'm at the end of my road, though. Boom. You're not the center. Within a solar center philosophy, yes, distributing the natural order, distributing, disturbing, that's what it said, disrupted, okay. Disrupting the natural order of the sun is considered the ultimate wrongdoing. Different traditions define sin in their own ways, but under the natural flow worldview, going against the sun's nature, all of his order is the core violation. The biggest sin, the sinners, is the ones that went against the divine nature and made you forgive them for trespassing upon. We forgive our trespasses and we forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation. Yeah, his art, which is in heaven. This the sun's art. That's what's in his heaven. He runs it. He don't need no help from no motherfucking northerners making up gravity. These northerners are sinful. And you ain't got no business listening to them. See that little shit right there? You ain't got no business listening to them. Them the 3 tears on that keep. The Pope is wild man cursed, huh? Cursed is the man who trusts in man. What? You trust in a man every day? Because you believe in shit he's saying. And makes flesh his strength. What? Instead of the divine one? Below, alongside the headings of the rhyming verse, the rhyme, they finna rhyme the verse, typical of these Reformation era print. They finna rhyme it to you now. This is wild man so fail, of whose exploits ye have sued her tale. That his deeds and manly bloom, who in with the devil a pact did swear, and thereby did presume, so far as to defy God and saintly hands. Over the cutting them little boys' dicks off and all kind of shit. Over the cutting little boys' dicks off, they do all kind of deceitful ass shit. These the ones seeking for your souls, bro. And that man know he done made a pact with. He ain't got to make a pact with the devil because you is the devil. No, I know that because the devil, the motherfucker who brought him to town. So I don't know nothing about no motherfucking devil. Satan is the motherfucker who brought him to town. Then take the snake and make him evil. The snake is a protector of the goddamn agricultural lands. protector. That's how that go. This is wild, man. So for what that shit say, doing the thing, you know, that one that motherfucking monk over there, Martin Luther, just started going against their ass and telling on their ass. The word geese and niggas come from the ancient South Semitic roots in the Horn of Africa, while terms like Gullah Geechee developed in the American South from West Africa and English influence. Historically and linguistically, there is no structural link connecting Ethiopian royal title to pre-Columbian indigenous civilizations in Mississippi. I'm gonna find, because niggas, I ain't gonna worry about it. I should go deep off into that shit, but I ain't gonna worry about it. Niggas mean that's your sovereignty, but your sovereignty is right there in that sun, bro. Once you understand life, and once you understand you're not a supernatural, and this is not a supernatural being, and God is not supernatural existence sitting right inside of this realm with you. You know what I'm talking about? And that's another realm of awareness that you need to understand and put into your motherfucking mental, and sit outside your little 36 chambers in your brain. Now you need to lock that in, that we live in reality and we're not animated characters. And fuck Annie up, and fuck animation, and fuck imaginary, and fuck living in playtime with you niggas. This is reality. I live a real life, and it's hard, and I'm struggling at this bitch. And ain't nothing animated or funny or cartoon about my life. And I feel the heat from that sun that is existence, that grows and sustains life upon the earth, that these motherfuckers want to be planets, want this shit to be okay. This shit is not okay for no people to sit here and deceive us out of our resources, off our land, with their foot on our neck and telling us they gotta have this 10%, that 10%, and lock a nigga up and do everything they want to do to a nigga on his own motherfucking land. A nigga can't gotta go dig and try to tap into no well water, can't get no fresh water, can't go to where you got to buy the water. All this shit is free. And this is our motherfucking, we were the telecommunication. My nigga said every time you hear tell, that mean mound. Go tell it on the mound. Yeah. Man, this shit crazy. Everywhere you see tell, it's mound. Historically, linguistic, man, that shit crazy, man. This shit crazy, because this shit, it got geographically, they sit on opposite side of the continent, separated by roughly 2,000. Oh, I was asking about them motherfucking Angolians and them Ethiopians. Linguistic, genetics, and historical evidence shows no direct connection between ancient Ethiopians and Angolians. But you can connect the Angolians to a nigga by the word Gullah. You can say Gola and Gullah and say them. You can connect us to the Africans like that, though. But you on the same landmass, and ain't no connection between Ethiopian and Angola. But they got connection to us over here. I'm going to fall back, though. A goddamn insect, they done goddamn made motherfucking Africans be us. They want to connect us to them so bad so they can goddamn just keep what's going on in America, the best top secret in the world. But they ain't going to help. While curse words are not divine depends on the perspective. From a spiritual standpoint, words carry energy and intent, so using them maliciously or dishonorably is often seen as stepping away from the divine state of mind. Linguistically and socially, curse words are just taboo sounds meant to express your motherfucking true emotions. They are inherently evil. They aren't inherently evil. Nothing you say can strip you away from your core divinity or inherent worth. What I'm worth? I'm divine in this hoe. Bitch. God, I know motherfucker be like, this nigga cuss too much, goddamn be talking like this. Man, fuck it out through there. Ancient populations had dark skin tones because melanin is the ancestral human baseline protecting against high UV radiation, sun exposed. I had already read that. You thought right. Modern humans, Homo sapiens, evolved in Africa around 300. So how the fuck did these people in the north lose their melanin? These Satan folks, these folks who goddamn did all this sinning and all that shit. They want to talk about life started, goddamn, with all kind of other shit before the sun get here. These hoes talking so much Japanese anti up on me, my nigga, so I can't even stand to listen to them no more. You hear me? Man, the sun is the beginning and the sun is the end. So it ain't no beginning and it ain't no end. Where it was, what is, what always will be. You dig? The ideal human exists is the idea that human existence is fundamentally linked to the sun is supported by both modern astrophysics and fundamental biology. Every atom in our body, heavier than hydrogen and helium, was forged inside stars and ejected during stellar events, and solar energy directly fuels all life on Earth. Look at life, my nigga. Look at life. Fuck the eclipse. Y'all take your ass out there and look at life, man. You hear me? I said, do you hear me? Go out there and look at life. Don't be scared. I used to be peeping. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You don't see just what I see. And then you can begin to see the fuck shit. The way you need to see the fuck shit. Then these folks to talk you out your life. Out your God. And ding them to the ground as a magnetic rock that they want to call it. Then call him north. And he don't even shine north. He ain't got none of them latitudes up in them mountains, no shine. That's why they ain't got no, that's why they don't give a fuck about come taking the whole shine and speaking for them and taking the words and put them into linguistics for you to follow these books. That ain't how your God speaks to you. No words need to be said when nature is taking its course, bro. That's all I'm telling you, nigga, man. Y'all nigga divine, man. I'm finna pop about this bitch, because I'm already in trouble. You feel? The truth don't need no, I got a big ass watermelon growing. So I'm saying, just fucking around with the fuck around. Then you gonna tear that bitch up too. Probably eat some of the white part. Cut your ass, nigga. I be eat some of the white part. Shit, fuck around, eat some of that green part, yo. Shit, fuck around. Put some clothes around, watch that motherfucker green part, chop that bitch up and put it in the season, some shit with that motherfucker. Ain't time, man. For real, man. We divine people. That's our nature, my nigga. It's so crazy because this shit, it just be so much common sense to this shit till nigga just got talk that they common sense, man. You going against goddamn nature, nigga, you sin it. That's the sin. All this other shit, all the little clay tablet they got over there, all that little shit, all this shit was already written down by our people. See what I'm saying? And these motherfuckers couldn't live up to the standards, so now they got to figure out a way to wash their sins all well away, and then while they wash it away, they creating a whole new world. And we will be successful, and we will be. I said, hold up. I got them. You hear me, my nigga? We got that. You feel me, G? I'm in this bitch. You ain't seen that. You ain't seen that motherfucking receipt, is you? All up in motherfucking Kehoaka. One of the garages. This is one of the garages. They got the 8 to 10. All these signs, something belong over, my nigga. I just had to show face to you right quick, my nigga. Shout out to ATL. Thank you for coming through and fucking with me, my nigga. I just be popping and get off. I'm gonna get, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna think about some more shit. Come on, pop off some more. I'm finna goddamn get about this bitch, my nigga. Truth don't need no help. It don't bend. I wanted to do some shit. I can't do it though. But I'm all over the motherfucking map, nigga. I'm in your motherfucking back door. I'm in one of you bitch ass nigga back door. Now let me get about this bitch, man. Yeah, truth don't need no help, man. That shit ain't gonna bend. Break my motherfucking fold. And the sun is the motherfucking truth. Cause when it wink, when it blink, that's gonna be your nuclear explosion. Until then, these hoes ain't never play. I said, bam.